now we're going to look at the M8 coil. So we've got All right. Hey, Michael, what is going on tonight? Glad to have everyone in here with us. And we're going to bring Michael in here with me. There's Michael. There's me. And we got to get both of us in here. How about it, Michael? What's going on, buddy?
Oh, nothing much. Just been a busy day today.
Yeah. It's been a very, very, very busy week for all of us, I'm sure. And I apologize. We had seems like we're always having some technical glitches, but hopefully everybody can hear me and we're coming in loud and clear. If you're having any issues, please let me know. And we're going to get this party started. Michael, we got 31 people in here, Michael. How about that?
That's good. I mean, I'm sure more will be joining us here in a few minutes, though. I mean, 31's good, though.
Oh, yeah. So I've had a really busy week. I put up a few videos, and hopefully you guys have been able to check those videos out. And we got a lot to talk about tonight, Michael. You know that, right?
Yeah. How'd you like that M8 coil? It looked like you're doing pretty good on your video with it.
That M8 coil, it was knocking fire. And Surfside Dan's in here. He can tell you that I was crushing it with that Manticore M8 coil. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about another new coil, Michael, that I just got. Can't wait to show it to everyone. So we're going to be showing that. We're going to be talking about my hunt with the Legend and how the Legend performed and some of the things that I did with the Legend. We're going to talk about, of course, the M8 coil. We're going to be talking about the upper ferrous limits on the Manticore and what we saw on that video that I put up earlier this week. And we're going to be talking about a good many things. And we got some great giveaways, and we got a couple of finds that we're going to show too as well. So, yeah, we got a jam-packed show, Michael. A lot of stuff to really talk about, and hopefully everyone will stay tuned and tune in for the entire show because there's a lot of good information we're going to share. as well as some really cool things that we're going to be talking about as well. So, Michael, as always, I love to start the show off with our loyal watchers and followers and subscribers and members. So we want to do that first, as always. And we got Mr. Digging Daryl in the house. He said it is beautiful today in is that Boot Hill, in the Boot Hill of Missouri. Had much grass to mow and couldn't metal detect. I will go tomorrow for sure. So good luck digging, Daryl. We hope you get out there and find some great things. Chris Hook from South Carolina. Chris, always glad to have a fellow South Carolinian in here and appreciate you being here tonight. Damian Thorne is in the house with us. Mr. Damian. Hopefully, Damian, you got your package and we're good. Mr. Chris is in the house with us as always. Mr. Bobby Short is here with us, Michael. Dirt Devil Detecting, and we got some special things from Dirt Devil Detecting tonight, Michael, that we're going to be offering up on the live stream. So stay tuned for that as well. So yes, we really appreciate Dirt Devil Detecting. Mr. Ricky Bennett, super excited to have Ricky in here. As always, loyal supporter of the channel. Mr. Lance McElwain, glad to have Lance in here, and we appreciate him. There's Mr. Surfside Dan, who was my hunting partner last week. And Dan and I had a ball on the site that we were hunting. Hopefully you checked that video out online, as it was a good one. And Dan and I had a great, great time out there hunting. Workman's Adventures in the house. Glad to have him. Rollins 9mm is in the house. Glad to have Mr. Rollins in here. Metal Detecting Texas. Glad to have him in here. Super supporter of the channel. Glad to have him. Trying to get everybody. Mr. Troy Dugway, I guess, or Dugway. I don't know how he pronounces it, but glad to have Troy. Appreciate you being here tonight, Troy, with us. Mr. James Bazell. James is an awesome supporter of the channel. Great follower. Leaves a lot of great comments on the videos, live streams, and so on. Always is super excited to have James Bazell. And we've got Mr. Stink-Ass Cat. Glad to have Stink-Ass Cat in here with us. He is a super supporter of the channel. And hopefully he'll gain something tonight from what Michael and I talk about. Treasure Terrain is in the house. Glad to have you, Treasure Terrain. Appreciate you being in here with us. We've got Captain Tom is in the house. Glad to have you, Captain Tom. Thanks for joining in on the live stream. Detecting Adventures with Miss Aggie Hall. She's in here. Glad to have Aggie in here. Mr. Kerry Pope is in here with us. Glad to have Kerry. Mr. Mark Cuss. He says he'll be out on the river tomorrow. Always a good time. Can't wait. Manticore. All right. Awesome. Yeah, we got a lot of good Manticore stuff we're going to talk tonight. Blasted Cat. Always glad to have Blasted Cat in the house. Super supportive of the channel as well. Metal Detecting Texas. Again. Metal Detecting Northwestern Wisconsin. We hadn't seen him in a while. Glad to have him in here with us. Mr. Joe Dirt is in the house with us. And I think we've got everybody. And I'm sure there will be more that will be popping in and out as we go through this live stream. So, Michael, we got a lot of great things that are happening right now. Of course, Michael and I have really been focused in and honed in on the Manticore. We've got a couple of other machines that we've been working with. We have been working with the Rudis, but we still haven't cracked that nut yet, the Rudis Versa. And it does okay. We're a little bit sort of on the fence with it. As separation goes, we think that maybe some of the other machines are separating a little better with the Rudis. Michael, tell them what you've seen with the Rudis real quick.
I'm with you. I don't think it's separating quite as well as the Manticore or the Deus 2. Or, you've done some tests with the Legend, and I think the Legend's doing a little bit better.
Right.
Than that Rudis. I like the tones of the machine. It's got a lot of good features to it.
Yeah, it does. It's got some great features. I'm just not seeing the separation that I would like to have seen from it versus the Manticore or the Deus 2 or even the Legend or the Equinox. I mean, all of those machines are really hitting hard on some of these separation tests that I do. And the Rudis is struggling a little bit, but I do like the nice features that that machine has. And I'm hoping for an update, and maybe they'll get that thing sort of fixed and resolved, and maybe they can get it up to speed with some of the other metal detector manufacturers. And we'll see what happens with that, and we'll go from there. But Michael and I are going to be playing around with it a little bit more, and as soon as we figure out some things that might work for all of us, then Michael and I will be the first to share it on here if we do find something. If an update comes for that machine, then we might talk about it a little bit. But we know that many of you don't have that machine, and that machine is mainly geared more towards the European audience than it is the American audience. And so, we do have some European followers and subscribers, but we're not gonna. That's not going to be the focus of what we're doing. We're just playing around with that machine just to see how it does and see what it does over here in the States. So we'll see what happens with that machine. So Michael, let's talk about a couple of things. First off, let's talk about the M8 coil because I know most of you that follow me on this channel and most of you that watch my videos saw that I put up a video showing the M8. And of course, I made some stellar finds with the M8. Now, before I start sort of going into the M8, let me explain why I was using the M8. So I was out in a big open pasture field and I was hunting, and Michael has been out in this field and Surfside Dan has seen this field. And the reason why I was using the M8 on this field is because it had been bottom plowed. So you had dips and rows and all sorts of things that made it sort of hard to swing a regular traditional coil, 11-inch coil. So I went with the M8 because of those reasons. And it really performed really well. But one thing that I do want to say, and I'm going to show a video clip in just a few minutes, and nobody has seen this video clip. You guys are going to be the first to see this clip. And it goes back to what I've been saying all along about some of these smaller coils. When you get these smaller coils, the footprint on these coils are very, very, very tight. You don't have as much coil area that you're going to be hunting with. And Michael and I have seen this. The other thing that I'm going to say, if you have a MindLab Manticore and you have that small coil, that M8 coil, you're going to want to run that thing at a lower sensitivity. Yeah. Right, Michael?
Yeah, it seems like, 16 to 18 with that small coil, especially in the iron, the heavy iron, it does better. What kind of day, hunting on that field, some of those targets, what were some of the days you dug
Michael,
some of those targets at?
Most of those targets were anywhere between 6 to 10 inches, no more than 10 inches now. Right. And you've been to that site, so you sort of know. Surfside Dan's been to that site too. He saw a lot of the targets that I dug. Most of them were in that range between 6 to 10, nothing any deeper than that. But honestly, depth isn't really my concern as much as separation. And I think most of you would agree with that. Go ahead, Michael.
Even still with that sensitivity turned down and that 5/8 coil, you're still getting great depth with it. That's what I'm trying to say. 6 to 10 inches is pretty good.
It gets great depth. And I've got it over here behind me. And it's still, I haven't even charged it since the hunt, but y'all see it right there. But when you run this thing at 16 or 18 sensitivity, you do not need to run it at over 20. You really don't. Because honestly, and it's like I've said quite a few times, these coils are designed for that 11-inch coil. And that you guys everybody knows on here that sensitivity it can be cranked all the way up to what, 35? I think is the max on it. But it's just got so much power going into it. That small coil doesn't need to have all of that being pushed into it. And you can get good depth. you can get separation running it at between 16 and 18. And I don't think you're going to miss anything. What do you think about that, Michael?
Yeah, it really quiets it down, especially hunting an iron. Um, if you cut it up a little bit and run it through an iron patch, you get a lot of pops, and it falls a little more, and
Right.
it really quiets it down, and that's what you want hunting an iron, where you can just hear the iron and you can hear the good targets coming through.
Right. And like Stink Ass Cat was asking, he says, what were you running your recovery at, Brian? I was running my recovery at 6 or 7. Most of the time
Mm.
it was at 6. And I'm telling you, I did not miss a beat with running that recovery up a little bit higher. And it performed really, really well. Now, what I am going to say, just like what Michael just mentioned here a few minutes ago, Michael said that if you run that sensitivity up, you're going to see that small coil is going to false on you. You're going to see a lot of iron falsing. It is very important that you keep that sensitivity down a little bit lower. If you're running it high, then you're going to have an issue with that coil. And it just so happened is I taught the mental metal, which most of you guys know, and he ran his sensitivity at 25, and he was saying like, I'm just not seeing this with this coil. And I'm going like, well, look, you got to turn that sensitivity down. And Michael and I have had great luck with it. And you guys saw my video. I had a lot of luck with it too, running it at a lower sensitivity. I think it works really good. I don't think you lose that much in depth. Again, you're using a small coil, and this field has iron in it. Again, Michael's hunted this field. Surfside Dan's hunting this field with me as well. And they'll both tell you that there's a lot of iron in this field. And if you listen to the video, you will hear some iron coming through on some of the targets that I'm swinging over. And I will say, hey, there's some iron in this target, but it's separated really well as running it with that lower sensitivity. So my suggestion for any of you that have the Manticore, run that M8 coil with a lower sensitivity between 18 and 16. And I think you're going to find that coil to be really, really good. Don't you agree, Michael?
Yeah, I agree. And someone asked, it says, "Don't you lose depth by using the M8 coil compared to the stock 11?" You do, but I mean, as far I think you gain in the separation department with that coil. Kind of getting, like Brian said, getting in tighter spots and uneven ground, and
Right.
it's got its
Well,
advantages.
and I've got a video just to sort of show you guys, that coil, because of the size of it, the way it's shaped, um, it does exactly what I thought it would do. And I'm going to show a video in just a second. But I want to answer Don't Tread on Me's question real quick. He says, wait until XP comes out with 80 kilohertz small elliptical for the Deus 2. Well, I would love to see that, Don't Tread on Me. But I don't know what in the heck XP's doing at this point, other than they're sitting on their hands while these other companies are bashing them over the head right now. And hopefully they'll respond. I want them to respond, but they're not. And, I don't know that you guys are going to get that a small elliptical coil. I really don't at this point. Um, you know, these other companies are being aggressive with their strategy, and XP's just sitting on their hands right now. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, but I wish they would release that smaller coil. If they got it, release it. Go ahead. There's not that much testing that probably has to be done, I wouldn't think. Would you, Michael?
Right. Yeah, I mean, I would think that, and uh, I'm sure it's going to be that elliptical coil, and it's going to be the same footprint as they should be able to use the same molds. I wouldn't think it would be a big jump to release that coil.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not just go ahead and release it? What are you waiting on, XP? Honestly. And I love XP. You guys know that. I'm a big time XP user. But what are you waiting on? These other companies are beating you to the punch at this point. You have got to do something and respond to what the customers want. You're not responding. And Nocta and MindLab and all these other companies, they are jumping and seizing some of your market because you're not doing what needs to be done at this point. That's on them. And hopefully something good is going to come out of all of this. And again, like I said, competition just makes things a lot better for all of us. Hopefully XP responds and they bring something out. And they're known to do that. I mean, but they need to do something sooner than later for sure. Alabama Digger says, y'all killing it with that Manticore, better than the day is two. Long time no see, by the way. We appreciate you, Alabama Digger. So excited to have you on here tonight. Um, no, I don't think. Do I think the Manticore is better than the Deus 2? I think they're equal. I will say one thing though, that and Michael will agree with me on this. I believe that with the screen the way it's operating at right now, and the audio that they've got on the Manticore, that they might have a little bit of edge on XP. I also believe, and Michael would probably agree with me on this too, they might have a little more depth on XP at this point. Both of those machines are neck and neck. They really
Yeah.
are. I could use either one. I'm probably going to find the same thing. They'll probably all hit the same targets. That has, it basically comes down to a personal preference of what you prefer over, whatever else is out there.
Yeah.
You're the ones who have to ultimately decide, hey, I like the way this machine sounds, or I like the way this machine performs. You're the ones, not me, not Michael. I can tell you all the things about those machines, but I'm not going to be the one to tell you go out and buy that one over this one. They're both equal in my eyes right now. They're very close. They're very similar. Um, XP has some advantages in certain situations, and I think that the MindLab Manticore has some advantages in certain situations, and they're neck and neck. That's just the way I look at it. Originally, when the Manticore was released, I believe that XP was still ahead of the Manticore. I think since they've done the update and since I've sort of figured out some of the things on it, and Michael has too. We've sort of found our sweet spot for that machine in our conditions, running the programs that we're running and running the Ferris limits and all the other things that we run, and they work really, really well with the MindLab Manticore. Um, Joy says, but don't you lose depth by using the M8 coil compared to the stock 11-inch coil? If you do, it's not much. I mean, I'm just going to be honest, Troy. The 11-inch coil is going to be deeper, no question about it. The 8-inch coil, though, is going to be great for separation. If you're in a high iron concentrated site, then that is a coil that's going to do well for you in separation. If you're in a site where you've got tight spots, then that's going to be a good coil for you. And again, I'm going to show this video in just a second, and some of this is going to make sense. But again, M8 coil, great coil to have in the arsenal. If you've got a Manticore, the M8, you guys saw me use the M15 not too long ago. The M15 worked really, really well for me too, as far as separation, as far as depth, all of those things too. I think MindLab is on the right track with these coil offerings that they got. And we're going to talk about one more coil offering that's going to be coming really, really soon. And let's talk about that real quick since we're on that. And we're going to add Michael back. Michael, we're talking about coil offerings by MindLab. So Michael and I reached out to MindLab. And Michael, you give them the news since you were the one who actually reached out to MindLab.
They said that M9 coil it is going to be released and it's going to be soon. That's
Right.
pretty much what the email said.
Guys, I am super stoked about an M9 coil for the MindLab Manticore because we already know, don't we, Michael? We've already seen what the M8 can do. And Michael and I love a 9-inch coil. That's what I cut my teeth on with the Deus 2 and with the Deus 1. And a concentric 9-inch coil for the Manticore has got to be lights out. Right, Michael?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great coil. And as far as hunting the heavy iron, it may be the go-to coil. I mean, the 5x8 does great, but it's kind of a middle of the road between depth and separation.
Right.
And that's
I'm
why
real
most
excited
employees run
about it. I know Michael's excited about it. Here's Golden Dredger saying here he's got his new M15 coil arrived yesterday. He loves it. Said it hits deep. He says, I have a park that was a golf course from 1930 to 1960. They then brought in about 10 to 14 inches of fill topsoil. Coins are deep, and he's hitting it with that 15-inch coil. So, again, that was the 15-inch coil, Michael. Michael saw me use it up close and personal. Michael, I was knocking fire with that 15-inch, wasn't I?
Yeah, I mean it was doing really good in the iron, and I mean digging stuff deep, and it separated well.
Oh, it did all of the things that I was really, and the weight of it is the key thing, as well. Digging Darrell says, I noticed that the first time I used the Manticore in my test garden. There you go. Workman's Adventure says, what sensitivity do you run in the 15-inch coil? I usually go around medium of the middle of the road. I usually run around 20. I think that I can't remember, but I think I ran it at 21 or 22 when we were out hunting together last time, Michael, with the 15-inch, because I was trying to punch a little bit deeper in some of those clean areas. And so I believed I was running a little bit higher than what I normally run, which was right around a 22. But again, it's a 15-inch coil. It's designed for depth. I got great separation with the depth as well. There was one target, and if you guys go watch, it's a little small brass lock, but that thing was easily 13, maybe 15 inches down. It was really close. And I really thought that was going to be a coin. It rang up so high and blew off in my ears. And it really did well. Um, don't Tread on Me says, I would even just like an update with more kilohertz. And we all would. Don't Tread on Me. Like I said, I just don't know what XP's doing at this point. I mean, I know they're quiet, which hopefully means something good. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with XP. Um, I want them to come out with something, and hopefully that will be really, really soon. But of course, we don't want it unless it's ready, as many of you well know. Mark Cuss says, on my river spots, the Manticore does very well in brackish water and iron. I'm using the 11-inch. 11-inch coil is an awesome coil to have. Stink Ass Cat says, I ran the 900 most of the past year with a 6-inch coil. First thing I did when getting the Manticore was buy the small coil. You're going to love it, Stink Ass Cat. It performs really well. And again, I'm getting ready to show a video in just a second. Don't Tread on Me says, look how long it took. But it shouldn't, though. Don't Tread on Me. That's my whole point. This should not be something that takes a long time to release. The tech is there. They've got everything in place to make it where they can come out with that thing really, really soon. And trust me, if they've got it ready, they'll release it. But apparently, there's something holding it up. What, I do not know. So we'll see. Yeah. And we got Joel on here. We're going to bring out Joel in just a few minutes. But again, if you're looking for a Manticore, you're looking for an XP Datus 2, you're looking for a Legend, you're looking for any machine, give Joel a shout. Joel can get you hooked up real quick. Let's do a little plug here for Joel. Joel is Metal Detecting Buy, Sell, and Trade USA, 775-388-8277. There's his website down there. You can click on it, and you can get some of the best deals on metal detectors that are out there right now. So check out my man, Joel. He can get you going with metal detecting gear, fast, friendly service, gets it shipped quickly. You'll get that thing real quick. And a lot of people on here have used Joel, and they've been really happy with his customer service. So definitely give Joel a shout. Mark Cuss says, I own both the Deus 2 and the Manticore. Where I use it better, I love my Deus 2 too. Right. And I'm not saying the Manticore is any better than the Deus 2. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that they're both on equal playing field. I think that there are some advantages of the Deus 2, and there are some advantages of the Manticore. So they're both excellent machines, guys. So again, we're talking about premium machines, But there's a lot of good offerings out there for anyone in any price budget. And again, there are a lot of sweet things out there for you guys as well. We got Michael back. Michael's having all kind of technical issues today.
Yeah, we've had a lot of storms. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's done something to the
yeah.
cellular service in this area, but it's terrible tonight.
Well, and Dave Efron says on the beach, the Manticore is the best machine. Charles Turner says they might be equal in clean dirt, but come up here in Culpeper Red, and to me, it's totally a different game. Manticore out in the open fields is much deeper, and the Deus 2 is good in the woods. Again, you just backed up basically what I just said. They are both great machines, and they both do excellent. It just depends on what you're looking for. And
And the day is too, it is great. It's a light machine. It's wireless. You don't have any wires to get hunt. As far as hunting in the woods, that's why a lot of Civil War relic hunters, use the day is too, because it's you're going back in the woods hunting, and wireless is the way to go there.
right, and again, we can go round and round on both of these machines. They're both pretty good machines, and you guys have seen me. In fact, I've got a video coming, and it's with Michael, and I'm using the Deus 2, and Michael's using the Manticore. So, but you're going to see it really doesn't matter between those two machines. It really doesn't. I mean, Michael saw me have the best day ever with the Deus 2, and he was using the Manticore that day. But what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. To be honest with you, it just means that I got lucky and I got over the target and Michael didn't. And Michael and I have had this conversation quite a few times about those machines, guys. You're ultimately the decision makers, not Michael and I. We just try to sort of tell you, hey, this is what we're seeing. You guys go out and make good decisions. Decide what you think is going to work best for you. So yes. Metal Tech said, dang it, y'all done good. Got my blood pumping, Mike. Let's go to the beach after this. There you go. So he says we've done good. Thank you for that information. I do own the M8 coil, but I've been afraid to use it due to losing depth. You're not going to lose that much depth. I mean, if you're looking for separation, definitely. And if you're looking in tight spaces, really close quarters and so on, then you're definitely going to want to have that M8 coil. And I've said this a few times, and most of you guys have heard me say this. If you got access or you can afford all three of those coils or all four of those coils eventually, then go get them, because I'm telling you, you can go back into a site, use a different size coil, different programs, different settings, whatever it may be, and you're going to be able to pick out things that you missed with either the other coil or the other settings. I strongly believe that. And
It
Michael,
gets, to me, it gets really good days for a 5x8 coil. It really does. You know,
right,
we've, we've dug some deep targets with that coil.
right.
Deeper than you would think.
Oh my gosh, yes, it definitely. Digging Daryl says, hello, Joel. You got any M8 coils in stock? Joel, they're asking you. I love mine, and I bet guys will want one after tonight's show. They will, especially after what I show you in just a second. Treasure Train says 8 and 9 seems too close, but it's a concentric coil, and that is the difference that you're going to see, because that round coil is going to perform a little bit different than that DD coil, isn't it, Michael?
Well, it's still going to be a double D coil, but it's just going to be a round one.
Right, right.
But concentric is it's a little bit different, but it's still going to be a double D coil.
But
It's just
it still performs differently, Michael. That's the whole thing
right.
with it being
Yeah.
round like that. Arthur Schwartz says, I put your 17 negative 70 Ferris limits in. I hope to try it. Good luck, Arthur. Let us know how that goes. Joel says, yep, he's got M8 coils available, and he's also got M15s. So definitely hit Joel up. Relics and Rings is on here. He's been on the show as a guest too. M9 is going to be a killer for gold nuggets for you guys that are gold hunters. What is the difference between 8 and 9-inch coil? And don't say 1 inch. And we didn't. It's the way it's shaped, the concentric size of the coil. Sort of like the Deus 2, it's a round coil. It's a 9-inch coil. And Michael and I both love that round 9-inch coil versus the elliptical
Which is,
coil.
yeah, it's 5.5 by 9,
Right.
you know.
It's just different because of the shape. So you're definitely going to want, when that coil comes out, guys, I'm telling you, I believe, and I could be totally wrong, but I really believe that coil is going to be the coil that you're going to want for this machine, along with the standard 11-inch coil. I really believe that is going to be a good all-around coil, versatile coil that you're going to want for the MindLab Manticore. And Joel does have a pre-order list too. So if you're interested in getting on his waiting list for that M9 coil, hit Joel up and say, hey, I want to be in on that pre-order list, and get you one of those 9-inch coils, because I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one. I honestly believe that, and I can't wait to get my hands on it and show it to you guys, because I think it's going to be killer. And Michael's got his name on that list too as well. Wilton says, I got my Manticore this week. I was using the 900. Love the features on the Manticore. Found a gold, diamond, and pearl earring on my first hunt. Love that 2D screen. Yes. Michael, I've been talking about this video. Let me show this video real quick to everyone so they can sort of see what I'm talking about with the M8 coil. It shows what the difference is based on the shape of this coil, which I just talked about. So let's look at that real quick. I'm going to add that to the stage. Y'all pay attention, and then we'll pop back in. It's a very short clip, and hopefully you guys will learn something from this video. So let's pull that up real quick, Michael. M8 coil on the same target test, and just some things that I'm observing with the M8 coil, something that you guys might want to pay special attention to. So let's look at this first block, and it's got a elevated square nail at 1.5 inches above a flat button. And what we're going to do is I want to sort of show you where the sweet spot is on this coil. And you guys can see when you swing over it, if you're going across it and you hit it in the back, it really doesn't do as well. Most of the sweet spot of this coil is going to be in the front of the coil. Y'all can see, let's see if I can show y'all the screen here. And just like what we talked about earlier with the 11-inch coil, y'all see where the target is painting? All right, so you guys saw that. And Michael, what do you think about this test?
Well, you know, it does, you know, when you're going over a nail, it pulls that ID down, but it's a repeatable sound. It's a repeatable ID. It's in the 40s. Where, what was that, a dime you were using?
Yeah, that was a Mercury dime.
So, I mean, you know, if it comes down in the 40s, it's repeatable. You're going to dig that target. You know, anybody would as a Manticore, because buttons and you know, a lot of good targets come in the 40s. So, as far as the sweet spot on the coil, that seems. It's, if I'm not mistaken, I think the elliptical coil on the dais was similar. You know, towards the front of the coil was
right, but
and
again,
it's a tighter. You know, it's a tighter. You know, detection area on the front of that coil too.
right. And again, that's what I keep trying to explain to everyone, that when you go to a smaller coil, your sweet spot, or that spot that you're going to be able to actually hit that target, is very, very small. And you saw that. The backside of that coil was no good. It was all in the front. And I wanted you guys to know that, because if you swing over it and you hit it with the backside of that coil, you're going to miss the target. I mean, it was pretty obvious from that video. And so again, front side of that coil works extremely great. And again, certain situations are going to do well with that coil, especially in the front side of that coil. So that's definitely, I definitely wanted to show that. I felt like everybody needed to know that. If you are buying the M8 coil, then that's what you need to be aware of, that it's going to be off the front of that coil. And you might want to move around a little bit on a target, you know, to sort of get that sort of fine-tuned and honed in. And again, if you watch the video that I put up with the M8 coil, you will notice that that's what I did in some situations, where, you know, I had to move around a little bit on it. And in some cases, it even disappeared because it was hitting on that back side, or it was laying on edge, or I moved it whenever I actually dug the hole and opened that up. So it was, but it's a great, it's a great coil, Michael. It was really fun to use, and I really enjoyed using it on that site. Clay says his speaker blew on his Legend after 2 years. Bought when the first came out, was waiting on it. Was in Beast Volume 3. Filled out some issue reports with Knock that they have responded, but haven't told me a remedy. That stinks, Clay. Well, I hope you get that fixed really, really soon. I run the Legend speaker. I never run it at 6 because of that old situation with the speakers. And if you use it in water, or if you've gotten sand in it or anything like that, I think that tends to play a factor in some of that too as well. So I don't know if you're a
Someone
water hunter
asked
or what.
how the 11-inch coil done on that test, Brian. And I know you've run the 11-inch coil on that as well. You want to
Well, you know,
comment on that?
Michael, that's a good question. So do y'all want to see the MyLab Manticore on the same test or similar? I do have it up on my channel, so you guys can watch it. But I also got it pulled up, and we'll show it in just a second. I'm trying to answer questions. Hopefully, service is as good as everyone said. I hope so too, Clay, for sure. Also, when you get a Deus coil, they always include a lower shaft with it. That's true, so true. Hey, DCM, glad to have you on here. We're going to show something from DCM in just a few minutes too. David Fraser says, I've been using Beach P and really like it. Very good, David. Let's see here. Yeah, he's talking about Deus 2. We got it. I sort of figured that's what it was, David. Joel says, I haven't got any information on the M9 coil. But Michael and I have seen, we did get an email back from MindLab, and they did say, hey, it's coming. Be prepared. It's coming. And hopefully it's going to be really, really, really soon. Thank you, Workman's Adventure. Hit that like button. I really appreciate that. Treasure Terrain says, I thought the purpose of a double D is to be hot with the whole length. Well, Treasure Terrain, you just saw it. That was a double D. And again, it's got one area. All those coils have a sweet spot in certain specific areas of those coils where they're going to hit. It's just a given. The double D is not what a lot of these manufacturers maybe claim in some cases, but they're good. They're good coils. I can't wait though, like I said, for the M9 and the concentric coil. Metal Detect in Texas says, Joel, how much is the M8 coil? I'm sitting here rolling all my coins I found on the beach trying to get enough for one. Joel can get you one for sure. Metal Detect in Texas. So reach out to him and see what he can do for you. We've got so many. So how do and I'm going to show that in just a second. I'm trying to get to everyone. Hey, Rito, glad to have you in here. I used the XP Deus 2, and I wouldn't look back. Listen to everyone. Both machines are great. They are, Rito. And again, I can go out, and Michael knows this, and I've said this 1,000 times. I can go out with either one of those machines, and I'm probably going to be about the same, regardless. They're great machines for sure. Let's see. Just received my Manticore yesterday in an M8. Now I have to get the 9-inch coil. Gary, that stinks, but it's going to be a good one. Yeah. Alabama Digger says, will there be a 9-inch round coil for the Knox? That's a good question. I haven't heard anything about the Knox. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got the Knox 900 too myself. So
that is.
Yeah, I would be interested to see. Maybe the 9-inch M9 will run on the Equinox too as well. I don't know. I don't think so because I don't think I can run the M15 or the M11 on the Equinox. So I don't know. That's a very good question, Alabama Digger. So Michael, let me show the 11-inch coil. Now this test that I'm going to show here is on 2 colonial nails. Now The colonial nail is elevated 2 inches above the target. And then you've got another colonial nail laying right beside the target. So it's a 3D test. So you've got one laying on the same plane with the target and one laying elevated above the target. So I'm going to show that, and hopefully this will come through nice and clear for you guys so y'all can sort of see. But the main thing in this part of the video is to look at what the screen is showing you and listen to the audio as it shows all 3 targets on the screen, but it also gives you the really good audio letting you know that there is a non-ferrous target mixed in with that iron. And this is what the Manticore is capable of doing. Michael and I have seen the Manticore go into sites and dig a non-ferrous target mixed with nails. Michael, we've seen it with 5 or 6 nails mixed in with a hole. And this is a good representation of that. Now, remember, guys, and I don't want anybody to come in here saying, well, you know, that's just a test. It is just a test. It is. It doesn't prove that that's exactly how it's going to perform out in the wild, but it does give you an indication of maybe what you could possibly see. And again, there's different ground conditions, different orientations of targets, nails, so on. There's no way that you could ever match any of these tests. It's just not going to be 100% accurate. That's why you guys see me. If I do a test, I'm showing it for reference purposes, not for the end all to be all. And then I go out and I hunt with it, just like Michael does too. And Michael and I both go through these tests, and then we take these settings and the things that we see from these tests, we take them out to the field and we try to test them out in the field before we make any assumptions about some of these things. So, but again, let me show y'all this real quick. And we got a lot of other things we got to move on to. We're going to be stuck on this for a while. Let's show this, Michael.
All right.
So here we go. And notice that most of these targets are congregating around that upper ferrous limit line. And we got good audio here too with this. But again, you saw all 3 of those targets showing up on the Manticore. And this is a pretty tough test with these 2 nails, one elevated 2 inches, the other laying on the same plane. So let's go over here, and then we've got another nail laying above a mercury dime, and it's elevated 2 inches, but it's just one nail this time. So it's one nail elevated above a mercury dime. Let's swing over that real quick. And you'll notice that on the screen, it's painting right on the upper ferrous limit line, which is why these ferrous limits, I believe, work so well. It's just enough to allow that dime to creep in and go below that upper ferrous limit. So y'all saw it there again. Notice it's right on the line. All right. So again, you guys saw that, and that showed Michael and I's ferrous limits that we have set. Now, these are custom ferrous limits. So what we've done is we've sort of figured out where these targets are sort of falling into that range where it will allow that dime to sneak in, even though there's a lot of iron present too with those 2 nails. So that's a tough test. And most machines will struggle with that same test. Will they not, Michael? I don't know if Michael can hear me. Michael, can you hear me? He must have his volume turned down. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We've tested a lot of machines on that test, and it's one of the tougher tests. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. It's
Can
one
you
of
hear me?
the yeah, I can hear you now. So it is
Okay. All
one
right.
of the tougher it's one of the tougher tests that we've got. And again, I don't compare machines, guys. I don't do that. I don't say that there's going to be one machine better than the other. And I'm not going to tell you that this is how you need to set up your machine. But what I am going to tell you is I'm going to show you what we're actually seeing on these tests, and you can take with it what you want. But again, that really showed the power of the Manticore with that screen and with the audio, so you get a good feel of what could possibly happen. It's not the end all to be all. These tests do not mean that much. I mean, because again, conditions change, orientation change, soil conditions are different. All of that plays a factor into all of this, but it does make you think and make you listen to what you could possibly see. So there you go. So hopefully that helps someone too. And that was the reason why I made that video, was to help people that are new Manticore users to sort of get a feel or a feeling of what this Manticore could possibly do for them in those situations. Um, he said, did you try the test with no discrimination? Yes. And you can hear the iron, you can hear all of that, but those upper ferrous limits are what Michael and I have found that work really, really well. And again, it picks out those good targets. If I were to remove, and I've got it on video, if I remove the mercury dime, of course, I get nothing. Yeah. So, but the Manticore definitely has great separation capabilities. Michael and I have seen it out in the field multiple times, and I've been really impressed with what I've seen on it too. Captain Tom says, "Brick out, Michael." I'm fixing to go out to the beach tonight on my new Manticore for the first time. Anyone have any suggestions on which beach settings to use? I will be in wet sand, but not in the water. Um, you can use any of those beach programs, and if you put in those custom Ferris limits, it's probably going to work really well out there too. The custom Ferris limits that Michael and I have worked in pretty much all those situations. And you can run it in whatever program you choose, whether it be beach, whether it be all terrain low conductors, high conductors, fast, any of those. And I don't think you'll go wrong, Metal Detecting Texas, running those programs. Um, Treasure Terrain says maybe Mike can work MindLab to see if there's a CTX replacement coming soon. What do you think, Michael? Can you work MindLab to see if there's going to be a CTX replacement?
I've heard rumors of that, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can find out. We can check around.
Oh yeah, maybe we could. Maybe MindLab will finally reach out to either one of us and say, "Hey, you guys, we want you to start showing some of our machines," which I have. And we're not sponsored by MindLab. Actually, we're not sponsored by any metal detecting companies. We've just been fortunate enough to have some communications with some of these companies, and they've been willing to share. Um, Stink Ass Cat says he would definitely try the beach deep settings. Okay, so there you go, Metal Detecting Texas. And I'm going to be using the Manticore on the beach. I've got a lot of beach plans for this summer. Of course, I'm a school teacher, so I will be off. So I do plan on experimenting with a lot of these machines on the beach as well. So um, that's going to be a lot of fun for sure. So Metal Detecting Texas says, thanks, Stink Ass Cat. He appreciates it. Appreciate you, Stink Ass Cat, for being a part of the show. All right, Michael, a few other things, and then we're going to have to get out of here. But let's show some finds, Michael.
Yeah, let's see some finds. I'd like to see
Yeah,
some
we
good
got some
finds this week.
finds. We've done all this talking about the MyLab Manticore, and we talked about the Legend, and we talked about XP, and so let's show some finds. So let's see what we got here. So live stream Friday night, Southern Relic Adventures, our finds of the week. And as always, these finds are sponsored by Mr. Joel from Metal Detecting Buy, Sell, and Trade USA. You can look Joel up. His website is on there as well as his information, contact information. If you want to get a machine, if you need an accessory, a coil, whatever it may be, look Joel up. He can get you going for sure. So again, these finds are sponsored by Joel, as well as the live stream sponsored by Joel as well. So we appreciate Joel and all that he does for the channel and all of that. So yes, Joel will definitely do you right. So give Joel a shout, and we appreciate Joel so much. But let's look at the first find. The first find is by me, Michael. Michael, look what I dug. A U.S. Shield nickel. I believe it says 1867 on it. I can't quite see the last number, but I think that's what it was for sure. But again, Manticore 8-inch coil all came from this hunt. And I was super excited. I haven't dug a shield nickel in a while, Michael. So I was really excited for that. So again, nice shield nickel. Love finding those. Super excited to dig a coin off of that site. That was the first coin I dug, but I wasn't going to be outdone, Michael, because guess what? I'm going to dig another coin. And I got a King George II copper coin that I dug as well off of the same site using the Minelab Manticore 8-inch coil, our custom ferrous limits. And we did very well, which you guys can see. Using the M8 and running that program, our custom ferrous limits, and we knocked it out of the park. And we only hunted with that. We only hunted for about 3 or 4 hours. And Surfside Dan was with me, who is on here tonight too. So I wanted to share those two finds with you guys. And there is a video. The video's up. You guys can go check out the full hunt and see the M8 in action on the channel, and it's a thing of beauty. It really is. And the sounds, Michael, the audio on the Manticore is really sweet. And yeah, we really love the sound and the audio of the Manticore. Thank you, James. We appreciate you, buddy. And we've got some other good finds. So look who sent us something really nice. Mr. David Mincy, DCM Detects himself, with a beautiful South Carolina button. And I love those South Carolina buttons. I've got quite a few in my collection. I always love digging those, and David found him one too. Super nice find. South Carolina button. You just don't see those that often. And I love seeing those come across. And that's a pretty one, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, it really is. That's a nice one.
Yes, and DCM says that was his first. And let me tell you something. When you dig one of those, that is a super day when you dig one of those buttons for sure. So super excited for Dave and him digging that South Carolina button. That's an awesome button. But David had another good find too. Thank you, Bell, so much. I appreciate you guys sending those congratulations for those buttons. We really appreciate it. So David had another good find too. Michael, I've never seen this button, and I think DCM was trying to find out what this button actually was. What do y'all think? Has anybody seen a button like this? So I'm trying to help DCM out. Have you seen that button before, Michael?
No, I've never saw a button like that. It's got a great design on it.
Yeah,
I've never seen one.
Yeah, I've never seen one either. But he sent it to me, and he said there's some gold gilt flakes in the recesses of this button. So it looks like is it a clover maybe? I don't know. Damien says it's a Knights Templar. It's a gorgeous button. For sure.
Yeah.
Right. Captain Tom says, cool button. DCM says, yeah, you can see it under magnification. So, but we wanted to share his finds. He sent those to me. And if any of you are interested in us talking about your finds, you can send them to me at sransc@gmail.com, and we'll get your finds up, and we'll talk about them on our next live stream. But again, congratulations to DCM Detects. And he said he found that in the same field as the South Carolina button. So again, congratulations, DCM. We're super excited. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Thank you for sharing them with us. That was super, super nice as well. Stink Ass Cat, thank you so much for the super chat. We really appreciate that. He says you two are both Deus 2 legends. Well, I don't know. People hadn't seen me using the Deus 2 lately. They might say we're Manticore legends right now. But I do have a video coming up with the Deus 2. So y'all stay tuned for that. It's a great hunt Michael and I went on. So stay tuned for that. We really appreciate you, Stink Ass Cat, for all your support. Again, any money donated in a super chat or super thanks basically goes right back into the channel. As we buy cameras, we buy all sorts of things to help improve the channel, make the channel better. Just the live stream alone, us doing it, cost me $50 a month just to do the live stream. But you know, we do it, and we do it for you guys. And so again, it does cost money to do these live streams. And again, all of any donations, money, anything that comes to the channel really goes right back into the channel as well. So we really appreciate you guys as well. DCM says last Saturday was an awesome day. He also found a cannonball. He says I can confirm it good this week. There you go.
Wow.
All right. Well, Michael, we've got some giveaways that we got to do. And I know a lot of people have been waiting around on the giveaways. So if you have stuck around this long, you're in for a treat. How about that, Michael?
Yeah. What do we got this week?
Oh, we got something really good. So a lot of you have heard me talking about my Deus 2. And I was talking about the remote holder. So Dirt Devil Detecting has sent us some remote holders to give away on the live stream. How about that, Michael?
They work great, and whoever gets one is going to be satisfied with it. I can tell you that, because it really, like you said, you can knock it around, drop it. Your remote stays on there tight.
Oh yeah, it stays on
And
there.
I like the tilt on it. He got the tilt
Right.
on
So
it just
yeah.
right.
And it's got a nice little tilt that cuts out the glare on it. Bob Short says he's got to win this. So that's what we're going to be giving away. Hang on one second, Michael. Let me pull those out real quick, and I'll be right back, and we'll get this giveaway going.
And guys, he has a left and a right version. So whoever wins, just let Brian know in an email if you want the left or the right. You know, it's just tilted a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, depending on which arm you use to detect with.
So Michael, we have one for the left and one for the right.
Yeah.
So we've got these, and I'm gonna. There they are. This is for the right. So we got one for the right. We got two for the right, and one for the left. So he sent us 3 to give away tonight, and we really appreciate him doing that. And so there you go. So we're going to give away a right one and a left one. We're going to hold on to the other right one. We might do another giveaway next week with one of these as well. And we got a lot of people that are interested. And again, if you've got a Deus 2, this is something that you definitely want. Stink Ass Cat said DCM, I'd be doing backflips if I found a cannonball. And just to give, let's see if I can get Stink Ass Cat to do a backflip. There's my cannonball. It's a 6-pound solid shot Rev War cannonball that I dug back about 2 years ago. But again, there's a cannonball for those of you that are interested in seeing one. But that's it, 6-pound cannonball shot from the Rev War. But let's do this giveaway, Michael. And let me pull the giveaway tool up and let's share our screen. And we're going to get some people involved here, Michael. If I can get, I'm going to have to stop. And we're going to have to share. So share screen. Get our giveaway tool up, Michael. Choose our live stream. And we're going to type in RC lock. How about that, Michael? RC, is that right? RC lock, yes. So we are going to type that in. And it is pouring down rain here, Michael, right now. Can you believe that?
I can hear it.
Yeah, it's raining hard. So type in hashtag RC lock. And we're going to start collecting comment or collecting entries. And get yourself one of those RC locks. And hopefully somebody with a Deus 2 wins this. If not, you can give it away to a Deus 2 user. How about that?
Yeah.
And thank you again to Dirt Devil Metal Detecting for donating these. I think whoever wins it, you're going to really enjoy it and really be super excited that you got one. And we're going to get you going as well. So again, super, super nice find. And we want to give that away tonight on the live stream with these RC locks. Yeah, Damien Thorne says more typos. Yeah, make sure you type it in just like it is on the screen. Otherwise, it won't accept it for sure. We're going to give everybody a chance. I appreciate everyone being here tonight. Thank you guys so much. Of course, if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe for the channel. We would greatly appreciate it. We're always glad to be here with you guys on Friday nights. Next Friday night might be a little bit difficult for me as I've got some sports obligations next Friday night. So we'll see how that plays out, but I'll keep you guys posted for the live stream. If we don't have it on Friday night, we will have it on a Saturday night. So again, if we don't go next Friday, it will be on Saturday. So just to give you guys sort of a heads up on that. Again, if you feel the need to help out with shipping, I would really appreciate that because we do have to ship these things and it does cost money for that and so on. But you can give it through a super chat or super thanks for the shipping. You can do that and I would greatly appreciate it as well. So again, super chat or super thanks if you want to help out with the shipping of some of these giveaways. And we do the other thing too, while we're sitting here waiting on everybody to get their last little bit in, and Captain Tom really loves your brick background, Michael.
Yeah.
If you are interested, we do have a membership channel that you guys can sign up for. We do have 2 levels of the membership. We have $9.99 and $4.99. We do a monthly live stream where you guys get personal information that we only give to our members. And we do some special giveaways for those members as well. So again, sign up for it. If you choose $4.99, $9.99, you can hit that join button down below. I can't remember if it's in the left or the right hand corner. Somewhere on the screen, you can hit the join button, and you can sign up for the membership. And definitely, you guys that are interested, if you don't win this tonight, then you can hit Dirt Devil Detecting up. I think his is just Dirt Devil Detecting at gmail.com. If he's on here, he can confirm that. But he did a fantastic job. I love these remote holders. Michael and I have used them. We love what they do. They perform really good, and they're made very, very well. So super excited to give one of these away. So this first one is going to be for a right hand. So it's for a right. So there you go. Go ahead, Michael.
Somebody asked if I swing my detector with my left hand, which model you want the left-handed one?
Yes. If you swing with your left hand, then you want the left-handed model. Dirt Devil Detecting says that's correct, Brian. He says thanks. So again, Dirt Devil Detecting at gmail.com, and he can get you hooked up with one of these. If you don't win one tonight, look him up. You're definitely going to want to have one of these. I've enjoyed using them. They're super, super nice, and we appreciate him sending those to us as giveaways tonight. So there you go. So this is the last call to get in on the giveaway. Anybody else? Dirt Devil Detecting, is there just a flat version? That's what Treasure Terrain. These are all slanted, I think, slightly. So he can answer that question, but I like the slant. I think the slant really helps. I think it really helps for sure.
It does.
All right.
It's not a terrible, I mean, a lot of a slant to it, but it's just enough to take the glare off.
Right. And Dirt Devil Detecting says there can be. So if Treasure Terrain, if you want a flat one, hit Dirt Devil Detecting up, and he can probably get you one that's flat. All right, Michael, we got 31 people in for the drawing. Let's do this drawing, and let's see who wins this RC lock. All right. So here we go, Michael. Let's see what happens here. Got 31 people. Got a good many that signed up for it, Michael.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Golden Dredger wins the Deus 2 remote holder. So there you go, Golden Dredger. You need to send me your email address. And again, you can send it to sransc@gmail.com. Send me your email address and your contact information with your mailing address so we can get this shipped out to you. It is for right hand.
He needs to let us know which one he wants.
Yes. Yeah, if you want a left one, we'll be glad to switch this one out for sure. So,
yeah, that's because you're going to give two away. So if he wants the left one, you'll have a right one left, or vice versa.
All right. Okay, we're gonna do this again, Michael. We're gonna do one more giveaway, and we're gonna back out of this, and so we're gonna give a second chance. So if you didn't win on the first chance, we're gonna give you another chance. So the next one is gonna be hashtag RC Lock 2. So that is going to be our next one. So if you're interested in one and you didn't win on the first go around, then here's your second chance. So go ahead, type in hashtag SRC Lock 2.
Dirt Devil said he swings left, so he would want the left-handed one.
We'll get him the left one. Then that's cool. Yes, we got a left one there for him as well. So again, RC Lock 2. For those of you that have Deus 2, would like to have that lock remote holder, then there you go. And we are giving that away. Get your entries in now. We'll give them a few minutes. And hopefully I'm going to be able to hunt this weekend. Guys, be on the lookout too on the next video with Michael and I that's coming out. So that should be coming really, really soon. So,
So he confirmed that he wants the left one. So we got a right one left to give away, which
okay.
most people probably are right-handed.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's good. Good evening, Bart. Glad to have you in here. Bart's in here. Say hi to Bart. Definitely. Thank you, Bart, for being in here. Got a good many people in here, Michael. We still got over 40.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's interested. Make sure you type this in correctly. So we're going to see who's going to win. Michael, while we're waiting on everybody to get in, one more thing I wanted to show that I think some people are going to be really, really interested in. We're going to take this down for just a second. But guys, we've got another coil that we have just gotten in. And y'all see who it's from. It's from Nocta. This is the small 5x9 coil. And Joel has these coils, guys. This is for the double score and the score. So I've got the small coil. We're going to be doing some videos with this small coil. And Joel can get you hooked up if you're interested in the double score or the score. He's got both of those machines available. Super fantastic machines at a very affordable price, multi-frequency machines. So again, this is the small 5x9 coil for the Nocta double score and score. And I'm super excited to try this coil out. Really, really, really love this size coil. And I'm going to use it out on the beach. I'm going to use it in the water, Michael. That's what I'm really excited about. I've heard some really, really good things about it on the double score and the score. So if you have that machine and you're looking for a smaller coil, check out Joel. Get you one of these. You're going to enjoy that too as well.
That's some loud package in there too.
I know. Look at I mean, that is thick plastic, Michael.
Yeah.
That is some real thick plastic. Sniff It Out says, hey guys, just woke up. Did I miss anything? Oh, you missed a lot. We talked about a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's going to be, I can't wait to use it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's check back on our locking mechanism. And we've got a couple. So yes, we are super excited to have that for the double score. So yes, we are really excited. All right, Michael, it looks like we got 26 entries for the lock for the RC remote. And we appreciate Dirt Devil Detecting donating those to us. Now we've only got one left, so the left is already gone. So this is going to be for a right. So again, if you want a left one, look up Dirt Devil Detecting or swap him out. If you want a right one and you're a left-handed person, swap him out. Say, hey, can I send that one back and get a left one? But anyway, there you go. So let's do our drawing, Michael. Let's see who's going to be lucky this time. You ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's our drawing. Let's see who's going to win. Bobby Short. Congratulations, Bobby.
Yeah, he was the one that wanted one. So
yeah, he definitely wanted one. So there you go.
Yeah.
So we've got an RC remote lock for you, Bobby. Send me your address. Remember, it's sransc@gmail.com. Congratulations, Bobby Short. We really appreciate you. And he said he wanted one. So he got it. He got it, and we appreciate it. But send me your email address. Please send those as soon as possible. That way you get in on the prizes. And send me your address, email address. Of course, I'll get it when you email me. But send me your address and where you would like for me to ship this to. Okay. So, Michael, I think that's it. I think that's a wrap. What do you think?
I think it is. And he's going to really enjoy that remote.
Yeah, Bobby says, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some more giveaways. the next live stream. So we've got a couple things that we're going to be giving away too. So make sure that you get in for the next one. Check out the channel, the videos. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, we would appreciate that. We've got a lot of great content coming as my school season begins to wind down. My metal detecting season might heat up a little bit more. So expect to see a little more maybe from me as well. And we've got a lot of great things coming in the near future. We really appreciate each and every one of you tuning in tonight. Thank you again. Stink-Ass Cat is so awesome to donate for the shipping. I really appreciate him. He is an amazing supporter of the channel. And Stink-Ass Cat, if you ever need any information or need anything, you can always reach out to me too via my email as well. And I'll be glad to help you out, especially for all you've done for us. So we really appreciate you. I've got an Equinox 900. I know you do too. And I have the Manticore. So if you need any assistance, be glad to help in any way I can. But Michael, I think that's going to do it. We've had a great night. Hopefully you guys have gotten some information out of this. We are going to be putting up a video with the Deus 2 coming up, which you should see that either tomorrow or Sunday. I've sort of already got it pieced together, but again, I'm going to be busy this weekend. But we're going to have that coming up. Go check out the videos on the Manticore, the M8 coil, which I posted. If you're not a member, sign up for a membership. That helps support the channel. And we do a monthly live stream, which we only do special things for those members, such as, we might have special guests. We might have some information that we only share with members. We've got some special giveaways that we do with our members only. You get a badge for signing up for a membership. It shows you're a loyal supporter of the channel. So you can sign up for that. And we would greatly appreciate it, as it, again, does support our channel and keeps us going and keeps us showing these things. And hopefully everyone appreciates it. But you guys are awesome. This is one of the best groups on YouTube, one of the best membership channels, one of the best memberships, period, subscribers, all of that. You guys are amazing. We appreciate each and every one of you. And we wish you all the best in going out and finding amazing things in your next time as well. Michael, you got anything you want to say as we head out of here?
Have a good weekend, guys. Go find something good and be careful out there. And, and I know it's getting hot, so don't drink plenty of water.
Right. Yeah. It's starting to warm up. So you beach hunters definitely drink some water. If you're out in the fields and getting these humid places, you're definitely going to want to be hydrated for sure. So guys, take care. Have an amazing weekend, and we will catch you guys real soon on our next adventure. Stay tuned. Join the next live stream. Should be on a Saturday night, unfortunately, but it'll be next Saturday, more than likely, as I've got some coaching responsibilities. But we'll be back next Saturday night with some more amazing content and some things to help you guys out. So thank y'all so much for being here. We appreciate you. And we will catch you guys really, really soon. Have a great and fantastic weekend. See you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.